Welcome back. Ambassador Torben Getterman is ambassador to Nigeria and Cameroon. He has only been in the country a few years, but he's already fallen in love with it. And what's not to love about Nigeria? The people are friendly, the country is open for business, and the food is delicious, as you'll find out in my chat with him. Ambassador Getterman, thank you for speaking with us. This has been a rather active year for Nigeria-Danish relations. You're partnering with the NNPC to provide animal feed. You're also helping with illegal migration. But these are not the only things you're involved in Nigeria.
No, we have a whole broad range of activities where we partner with both with the federal government, with state governments, private sector, and private organizations. I mean, we're active in agriculture. It's one of our mainstays well, because of, the reason why we're here. There is so much to do in the agricultural sector. We have Danish companies already investing in the sector. And we have companies that are contemplating investing because there are so much to do, so many possibilities. What we want to see is a transfer of knowledge. We have centuries, I would say, of high technological development in the agricultural sector. So we want to transfer this and share it with Nigerian companies so that you can have a much more vibrant agricultural sector.
But you're also invested in young people.
Absolutely. Young people is, it's been an eye-opening experience for me talking to so many young people over my years here in Nigeria. Recently I had meetings with young entrepreneurs, people who have started their own business. They're from all over the country, northeast, southwest, central. And to see the drive they have, to see the ideas they have, and to see that they actually, let's say, live out their ideas and they create companies and create jobs has been really interesting, really fantastic to experience.
Tell us what's about Danish businesses in Nigeria and vice versa.
Well, it's easy to say because we have about 30 Danish companies who are active in Nigeria, mainly in Lagos area or in the surrounding states. But unfortunately, we have no Nigerian companies working in Denmark, so there's work to do. We would like to see Nigerian companies working also in Denmark, partnering with Danish companies. Well, we try to partner with them here. But there's a healthy, let's say, business environment for the Danish companies. There's been a downturn, yes, we know that and everybody's aware of it, but there's also signs that the economy is growing again. Hopefully we'll see growth, more growth in this year and sustained growth next year, and to make sure that Nigeria gets out of the woods.
What is Denmark's position on illegal migration?
We welcome immigration, legal immigration to Denmark. And that's fine, but we have, unfortunately, a lot of people who come to Denmark from a number of African countries who come there because they've been trafficked one way or the other, which means they have no legal stay in Denmark. And what we're looking at is that part of the migration, the illegal, irregular migration.
And was Denmark directly hit by the Europe migrant crisis?
Absolutely. We had, all of a sudden, tens of thousands of migrants, especially refugees coming from the Middle East, of course. They're the ones that we've been looking at mostly. That has stabilized. Actually, the numbers have gone down. And not only for Denmark, but for Europe as a whole. But still, all those who came, we have to cater for them. We have to help them.
I'd like to talk about Catalonia's independence. The region's leader, Carles Puigdemont, is expected to announce independence for the region. Where does Denmark stand on Catalonia's independence?
The Danish government has not pronounced a position as such on this issue, but it does follow the, let's say, the cue from the European Union Commission, that we look at the unity of a country. We don't look for separatism in a country, and we do not support it.
There's also Cameroon, which is threatening to break up because the English-speaking part wants to be separated from the French-speaking part.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that it could tip the political balance in West Africa, but it could have serious repercussions on the way the situation develops in Cameroon. It's something that I'm following because I'm accredited to Cameroon. I do hope for a peaceful solution, and that whatever grievances the Anglophone part may have are being considered and taken into consideration in the way the government wants to move forward. We don't want to see a split up of a country. I'm not sure that this is the right way. They have been able to live together before, and I do hope that both sides can find a consensus on how to move forward.
Liberia chooses a new president this week. President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has been in power for 12 years. Looking at her presidency, do you think Africa needs more females in political positions, especially at the helm of affairs?
There's only one answer to this. Yes, definitely. We want to see women in power. We want to see women empowered, women participating in the political life, not only in the economy, but in the political life. We want to have many more female leaders, both here in Nigeria as well as in other parts of Africa. We need a much stronger representation of women in the House of Representatives, in the Senate. I think it's 7%, or is it less? That's not enough. I'm sure Nigeria can do much better.
You've been in Nigeria for a few years. Did you find it a little different from what you expected?
I could probably tell you, how long time do you have? I mean, I could go on for hours in telling how different Nigeria is than the perception I had before coming here. Because you can read a lot about the country, but you don't really understand the country until you're here and you experience what Nigeria is like. I can't single out right now a specific story, but I want to tell you that what I see in the Nigerians, I mean, one thing is resilience. The other thing is a fantastic sense of humor. They're very industrious. They're very entrepreneurial in so many ways. And for me, it's been a very, and it still is, a very positive experience to be here. Because you see the drive, you see the dynamism. You see, of course, you go to Lagos, you're almost blown away by the dynamics of this city. Chaotic as it is, but it's a huge economic driver in the country. You go to Abuja, it's not as dynamic in that sense, but that's positive. It's the political capital. But you go to other places, other parts of the country. I mean, I've been to Akwa Ibom, that's one part of it. I've been to Borno, I've been to Kaduna, I've been to Kano, I've been to Nasarawa and Minna and so on. So many things that form part of Nigeria. There's not one thing you can say, this is Nigeria. Nigeria is one big melting pot of fantastic cultures and experiences.
Ambassador Gatterman, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
This is where we end the program this week. I'm always here to take your questions and comments, which you can send to @ChannelsTV, @DiplomaticChan, or @Amarachi_Ubani. You can watch previous episodes of the program on channelstv.com. I am Amarachi Ubani. Bye for now.